It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and we've got a showdown in the NFC South. It's the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Uptown Charlotte and rain-soaked Bank of America Stadium. Today we've got an NFC South matchup as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Carolina Panthers. Welcome again, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and yes, the rain is falling now, and it is supposed to continue to fall throughout this game. So how do you think that will impact this contest?
Well, first and foremost, both quarterbacks are going to make sure the officials have those dry footballs coming in each and every play and standing over them sometimes with a towel before the center gets up there to snap it. Second thing is the focus of all the guys who handle the football. Do they wear gloves? Do they take them off? Will they carry the ball high and tight to make sure they have good ball security? That's paramount in a game like this.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
It's been fun to watch his development through the years, and right now what you see is a very confident quarterback who has a strong sense of self, totally understands the offense, and knows how to get the ball to his playmakers on the run.
They begin on the ground with Kamara, and that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Again, it's Kamara. Yeah, boy, this defense came to play. They're going to bottle him up behind the line again. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
You can bet they're not going to go away from the running game anytime soon, but this is obviously not a good start. 2 carries, 2 runs, both stopped for a loss.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that ball's incomplete.
They'll go for it. It's Carr out to his left. And he is going to have the Saints first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long. They get 25 yards out of that one. And that leads to a New Orleans first down.
If there's one thing they are lacking in, it's confidence. They took a big and maybe unnecessary risk going for that 4th down. He put them on his shoulders, though, and paid off the big-time gamble.
Play action. Now it's Carr. They'll roll him out right. He lets it go deep for Olave. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defender's minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they have that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect to when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Rolling to his right. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Rolling to his left. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That is incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's 3rd and 5. Now Carr on the move to his left. Oh, good move at the 5. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Ah, Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. It's a sack for a loss of 4, and that brings up 3rd down and goal. Throwing now is Carr. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
Well, they miss an opportunity to put some points on the board on the opening drive. They pass on the field goal. What'd you think?
I'm looking at it from a positive standpoint for them. First drive of the game, they set the tone, right? They go downfield. They let them know how aggressive they're going to be all game long, even though they don't get it. Because it's the first drive of the game, you're not that worried about it. Hey, we got plenty of other opportunities as this game moves on.
Ready, break.
They'll start on the ground with Hubbard. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. This is taken at the 15. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time, but you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Meanwhile, Carr's throw caught by Olave. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you had there because when you give him different looks and give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football, and that's worked for the defense early in this game, and now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back, and he starts to get into a nice little groove.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Carr. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there at 22.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
On play action, now Carr. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now they'll throw with Carr. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still 3rd down.
A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Carr. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
This has to be great for the psyche of this offense. Presented with bad field position, they didn't let it stop them. They rolled downfield and scored a touchdown.
Blake Groupie now for the extra point. And this is good as they extend it out now to a 9-0 lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was Chris Olave who finished things off with a touchdown. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Well, this hasn't really been a first half to remember on either side of the ball, but I think this kind of makes this an important drive. You'd love to get this back to a 1-score game if you can, and that's good work there to get some yardage here and pick up the 1st down.
And this is going to be a Panthers first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
First down, Young. That's caught by Mingo, right side. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 15 yards there for number 15.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Young. Touchdown, Panthers. Hayden Hurst from 8 yards out. And the Panthers have got it back to within a score.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And they're back within a couple at 9-7 now. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And Carolina scores to cap it off. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this is fielded just short of the goal line, but the fair catch means this drive will begin at the 25. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone, because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On play action, it's Carr. Steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Their entire offense has been centered on him, and he's been carrying the load with ease. 100 yards rushing in a game for a quarterback is rare. In a single half, darn near a masterpiece.
On first down, Carr. Crossing route catch made by Johnson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Throwing on first down is Carr. Forced out to his left. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. Carr going to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Juwan Johnson with an amazing diving catch. And the Saints will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
I thought that was a nice job there at feeling the pressure and rolling out away from it and keeping the play alive. And I think he did it with the idea that his tight end would find his way free in the end zone, and his confidence was rewarded.
Here's Groupie for the PAT. And that makes it a 9-point game. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. But not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. Looking to throw, Young. And connecting here with DJ Shark. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. He gets this one to Hubbard, complete. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now Young. Throw left side, pulled in by Mingo. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
2nd and 6 at the 14-yard line.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the deficit trimmed to 6 now at 16-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
At their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. The final shot here before half for Carr. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, back to you guys in just a moment, but welcome everyone to our Creative Village studios in the EA Sports Halftime Report. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward. Both these teams getting a chance to dry out, maybe change their cleats if need be, but halftime's just about over. Time to get back to it. And for the call of the second half, here's Brandon Gaud.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of...
Oh, Young loses it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Young. He completes this one to Mingo. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Shedding the tackle. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Carr going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10. Just shy of the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air, eluding the pressure right. He lets it go deep for Olave. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, New Orleans. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Hey, when you're thinking about your opening drive in the 3rd quarter, you're thinking about exactly that, putting together a drive. But instead, what did we get?
Big pass downfield, touchdown. I thought, okay, you know, just sitting back in my chair, let's get eased in, a couple runs. No, boom.
Yeah, forget the body blows, folks. Let's throw the big shot right now.
The Saints offense and Derek Carr, they're still on the field, so they figure to go for 2 here. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive.
There he goes, right side. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Chuba Hubbard, 75 yards. And the Panthers are back within a score. The point after through the raindrops up and good. And that cuts the lead to 24-17. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Chris Olave heads back to the field as his guys get set for another possession. He's been his typical solid and reliable self, hasn't he, Charles?
When you have that go-to receiver that you can count on in the situation where you absolutely have to have him, there's nothing better for anybody who's throwing the football. But
he's got a man, complete. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Saints. Making 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr. And the Saints go up by 2 touchdowns. Boy, the action just coming fast and furious right now. If you got up to go get a drink from the fridge, you picked the wrong time. 2 long touchdowns.
Yeah, and that's how you answer a one-play drive with a one-play drive of your own. And you're exactly right. If you step away from the action, my dad took me to a Major League Baseball game when I was 8. And I needed to go to the bathroom. Of course, while we're in the bathroom, grand slam home run.
Well, it tends to happen that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, my dad still hasn't forgiven me.
The point after, good by Groupie. And the lead now up to 14. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Here comes Chuba Hubbard. Let's take a closer look at him.
And the numbers for him, pretty solid, really. He's run it well. He's caught it pretty well, but they're still far behind the 8-ball on the scoreboard.
Not able to use his talents, as you noted, to narrow the gap in the scoreboard. Sometimes it's a bend but don't break, right? He gets his yardage. That's cool, but it's not paying off on the scoreboard. They're not getting the points necessary. And if you're a defensive team, you'll give up that yardage for the kind of lead they have.
That's what I was going to ask you. Sometimes you say, let this guy do his thing. Let's control what we can control elsewhere.
Yeah, exactly. Take away the rest of the guys. Don't let them hurt you as well. But the biggest one is they've contained him well enough that they've been able to increase their lead.
It's Young off play action. And that is taken in by Hurst. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their coverage a different way. Break a few tackles and really scatter some people.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. Young will set to throw. Trying for Sanders, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Pete Werner. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now after the INT, it's Carr. For the catch made by Johnson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one goes for 24 yards.
It's a well-designed play here. 3 wide receivers in the formation. They're all going to run deep routes to put pressure on the safeties. And then they let their tight end cut his route off a little shorter and work toward the middle of the field. That's a difficult route to try to defend.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Shotgun now for Carr.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Juwan Johnson, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Saints get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Groupie for the extra point.
It's a little gusty in here.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. 19 yards that time for number 19.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots,
try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Young's throw here on target to Hurst. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. They nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. That throw by Young incomplete.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. And Shark hauls it in. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Here's a 2nd and 8. And they'll go again here with Hubbard. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Holding offense.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 103 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on. 3rd and short yardage, Young. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Chark, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll be brought down short of the 15, but a really good move on the run. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up, Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. On second down, Kamara. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Saints have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter. Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
Groupie able to add the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Panthers 24.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And the Panthers coming out now. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Out of the gun, it's Young. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Young on first down. That is caught by Thielen. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Young off the play fake. He's got Mingo. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Young to throw it. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Jonathan Mingo from 4 yards out. And the Panthers get a bit closer. And oh, it's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world and get it done, How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Charlotte, good night, everybody.